The JBs are B. All right, the Joss boys. We're back here for Buffy's Angels, and the Buffy part of that title. This is the last time, right? The last time is now, as John Cena would say. And I, I mean, what a dream! What a dream this was. I'm Daniel Ehrenberg. That's Logan Adair. He just finished Buffy for the first time ever. What the fuck? And we're here to talk about the last two
Oh
episodes of Buffy the
man.
Vampire
I don't
Slayer.
even want to. Can we just not today?
Fair.
Let's do it Monday. We'll be
Okay.
back next week. Too sad.
All right.
Mike is dead. Spoiler alert.
Mm,
What if somebody listened before they watched and then they just got that spoiled? I should have not said
well,
that.
that would be a really stupid decision on
Yeah,
their
we
part.
spoil it. Come on.
Yeah.
Get with the
Yeah. Yeah.
program.
All right. So let's get into it. All right. You ready?
I am ready, even though I just
May
said let's not do it. Oh man. Daniel decided work is more important than the finale of Buffy's
I'm
Angels
so
for
sorry.
some
I
reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Sorry. 1 second. Okay. 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 Let's do it.
Okay, I'm waiting on
Is
you.
this going to be annoying to edit?
Definitely.
Oh, okay.
But
I'll
you've
try.
decided that's more important.
I'm sorry. I'll try to do that less. Um.
And then immediately he goes back to looking at his
Yep.
phone.
Yep. 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 Okay. Okay. I'm turning it over.
Thank you.
All right. So this is May 13th, 2003. The final three is taking place on American Idol.
No way.
Yeah.
What season?
Season two, Kimberly Locke is going to go home tomorrow night.
Pretty sad.
Yeah.
I don't really remember. I didn't think I watched this one. Ruben and
Oh,
Clay.
Ruben and Clay are the final
I
two.
remember my mom was a big Ruben fan. She was
Really?
sad that he lost. Yeah,
The Velvet Teddy Bear?
sure. I couldn't have told you that, but I remember her voting for him.
Uh, I remember Kimberly Locke had like one hit song after the season.
What is it?
It was like, I fell in love with the eighth world wonder.
Okay, heard it
Do you remember that song?
vaguely.
Yeah. All right. So that's what's going on. American Idol. The number one movie in America is X2 for the second week in a row, and debuting at number two is Daddy Daycare.
Oh, I remember
And
crying when I watched that movie.
wow,
Is the
amazing.
eighth world? Is that what we called the Great Call or not? Andre the Giant.
Yeah, I think so.
So she fell in love with Andre the Giant.
She fell in, yeah, that's what that song's about.
That's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
That was like
Uh,
me.
and on the indie charts, we got The Shape of Things by Neil LaBute came out.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Check that out, guys.
All right. So this episode it was actually intended to be written by Marty Noxon, but she had a pilot picked up by Fox called Still Life.
Mm,
And so she was off doing that at this time. It never got picked up for a series. They only made the pilot.
okay, never
Um,
heard it.
well, obviously it's not a show.
Hmm.
But so it they replaced that Marty with the second most tenured people on the staff. So this episode turns out to be co-written by Jane Espenson and Doug Petrie, which I think is kind of beautiful. They both came on in the third season, and their first episodes were one episode apart. Jane
Wow.
Espenson's first episode was season three, episode six, Band Candy, and Doug Petrie's was episode seven, Revelations.
Should we say what their
And
last ones, what all their
they,
episodes were?
if you want,
Oh no, these are the writers. We don't really
yeah,
care
the
about
writers.
that.
Fine, you could do Marita Grabiak though. She's the director of this episode.
Actually, the writers are sort of more important.
The writers are way more important, but
Yeah,
like they've written a ton of episodes.
Right. I'm trying to go to her. Oh, she only did 2 episodes of Buffy and then five
Who?
episodes of Angel.
I guess so.
Oh, all right. So her 2 episodes were Storyteller and then this one.
Well,
That's
what
it.
were the Angel ones?
Angel episodes. She's done 5 episodes. Fredless, which is great. The Price. Well, I was thinking I get Disharmony and Fredless mixed up because they have my two favorite girls' names in the title. Fredless, The Price, The House Always Wins, Shiny Happy People, and an episode from season 5 called Unleashed,
Okay.
episode 3.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
She did a Dawson, who we reference
Oh, what episode?
season 1 or sorry, 1 episode, season 5, episode 7, Text Lies and Videotape, which I'm sure you
Not
loved at the time.
not great. Not
Oh
great.
no.
All right. So this is End of Days. Logan, let's hear your thoughts.
Oh, nothing happened that day? You didn't do that?
Not really. I did the movies that were
Hmm.
out, American Idol and shit, but not a lot was going on.
Afterward, are you gonna say if like what this was nominated for and stuff? Like if was it nominated for Emmys or anything?
No.
No?
I mean Saturn Awards probably. Do you want me to do that?
I mean if you want to, yeah. But no Emmys, that's crazy. That's fine. All right, end of days. We
Buffy was never nominated for Emmys. Hush got a writing Emmy, and all the other Emmys were just like hairstyling and makeup and shit like that.
I guess I don't know how good of a show you have to be nominated for Emmys. I don't care about
This show is better than a lot of the shows that were being nominated for Emmys at
how
the time.
prestigious, I guess.
Exactly. That's the thing. It was a fucking vampire show on the WB based on a movie.
Yeah.
So, you know, it was
Starring Ben
whatever.
Affleck. Remember he was in the movie
Yep. Yeah, David Arquette.
as a basketball player. All
Mm.
right, end of days. Remember we were like, "Oh, is Faith gonna die?" Turns out no, they got out. They just escaped somehow. Somehow they just like
Yeah.
ran off and somehow
Yeah.
escaped, even
Well,
though it
they
was like
got
counting down and she was right next to the bomb.
yeah, they made it look like they ran away and then like an explosion sort of blew them away.
Yeah, like
You
knocked
know?
them even
Yeah.
further, but whatever, they're fine. We and Buffy easily pulls out that scythe. I thought it was like a sword, but they keep calling it a scythe, and
Mm.
scythe does matter if you didn't know.
Yeah. Nice
Willow
one,
lets us know,
Willow.
and Giles is like disappointed in that. But we're all home. Everyone seems to be more Team Buffy now, right? We're like that whole thing with Faith didn't work out. We're back on Buffy's side, right? Amanda says like being with going on Team Faith was what fucked them up. Like they were being punished for going on Faith's side or something.
Mm.
It was like the world punishing them. It's like Amanda had to die. I don't know why. Or Anya. Why did Anya have to die?
What do you mean?
Why'd
You,
that happen?
I think Anya dies because that's the arc of Anya is she becomes mortal. She grows to, last we see her during an apocalypse is during the ascension, and she runs away and then comes back like once everything's safe again. And in this one, she stayed and fought and died saving a human being, a man who,
Horrible.
in the past she would have fucking destroyed.
But they made it seem like she was like always doing the stupidest thing possible. That scene where they're all playing Dungeons and Dragons, like, who could possibly be sleeping at a time like this? Only the dumbest person imaginable. Cut to Anya sleeping, and then
I don't know that I took dumb, even though Xander calls her dumb a couple
at the
times.
end,
Like
he's like, "Well, there go.
I
That's my girl being stupid, doing the stupidest thing,
but
saving Andrew."
I don't take
Wait,
that
what?
literally. I think it's just, Anya is Anya. She's such a singular person.
I felt I I felt gross after that ending. I liked her scene where her speech, like, now I like humans, and he was like, "You love them," Andrew, in that moment. That was cute. But then Xander's final thing, like, that's my girl, always being stupid. What? What the? That really rubbed me the wrong way. Whatever.
All right.
Uh, I didn't understand this. Willow keeps going like, if I do magic, it might be too much for me. But she's been doing magic. Wasn't there an episode like last week where her and Giles were hypnotizing a cop to get files or something? They're like doing magic
Yeah,
on a
I
cop.
guess she can do like minor glamours and shit like that, but a spell of this magnitude would fuck with her. Like remember in Selfless earlier in the season when she like did that like protection spell like in the frat when that
Hmm.
like spider monster was after her and her fucking eyes went black and shit.
Yeah, it
I
should have
think
been
that
more of a
still
focus
affects
where
her.
she's doing no magic. Like she hasn't done magic since she killed Warren or something. But she's been doing magic like on and off, and now I mean, it wasn't a huge complaint, but I was like, they focused a lot on like you might have to kill me at a certain. I was like, we're not going to kill Willow. I did not feel that at all. That was not
Okay.
a concern I had in
Well,
this.
I don't think you were meant to be concerned. I think this is Willow being concerned for herself.
But as
Uh,
part of the show, we should feel it too,
Not
and I didn't.
necessarily. I felt that Willow believed that.
Well, Willow and Kennedy, the fact that Kennedy felt she might have to kill Willow.
I don't even think Kennedy thought so, but like Kennedy was being supportive of Willow.
So we just give Willow a nothing thing in the final episode. One for her, thing just for her.
Jesus.
I don't know. I had some complaints here. Faith, I didn't love Faith's stuff either. In fact, I hated it.
What the fuck?
Her whole thing was like, let's fuck, Wood. Like, I'm not good at fucking, let's do it. Also, there's like, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but she the daughter in True Lies?
Yeah.
Liza Dushku, and she was like molested on that set of True Lies. It's like a story that came out about that by the, like the stunt coordinator or something.
So she's not allowed to be a sexual person in life because
No, of
something.
course she is, but I just feel bad that like that's where we took her character in the final episode. That's not what I thought. I thought Faith was like a badass all of Buffy, and then the final
She
episode,
is.
not in this episode. She's like, "Let's fuck, let's do
I
it."
I think she has some really cool moments during the battle.
I
You know,
couldn't
she
remember
takes
one.
the scythe and starts whipping ass,
So
you
did
know.
Rona and Amanda. Everyone had the scythe at one point. I don't know. I was really disappointed. Well, Don's back, our Faith's back on the show, and I felt like it didn't. I mean, it led somewhere where we're leaving Buffy for Faith, but aside from that, she didn't do anything aside from hook up with Wood. I don't know. I was a little bit disappointed. I'm allowed to have complaints about shit. We do Miss Kitty Fantastico
Yeah,
reference that.
evidently killed by a crossbow.
I didn't even remember what that was. Really, what is that?
What do you mean?
Stuffed animal?
No, it was a cat.
A real cat, Miss Kitty
Yeah,
Fantastico.
Willow and Tara adopted a cat
Oh,
back in
you're
season
totally right. And
4.
that cat died, they said?
We just haven't seen it since season 5. And so but they imply in this episode that um there was some sort of crossbow accident.
That's horrible. We haven't
Yeah.
seen Amy. We didn't get an update on if Amy lived. I
No,
assume.
I told you the last time we see Amy is Killer and me.
But we didn't see Miss Kitty
I
Fantastico, but we
assume she got
referenced.
it. I assume Amy got out of town.
I hope so. I hope so. By the way, we got something this episode. We said Buffy said Faith is still in my room. So Faith is not in Joyce's room. Is Giles in Joyce's room? Because I
I
think
don't
last
know.
episode we thought Faith was probably sleeping in
Oh
Joyce's room.
yeah, yeah. That she's in Buffy's room.
So Giles must, because remember, Buffy was sleeping. She broke into somebody's house last episode.
Yeah.
So that's what was going on there. So I think
Yeah, and this
Giles
one
might be
she
in
slept in
Joyce's
the
room.
basement with Spike.
That was the basement. Yeah. So where were the girls at then?
They're like around the living room, strewn around.
Where the hell? Xander's just like hanging out in the living room with all these girls.
He was in the other room. Remember there was that episode where he had like a sex dream about Rachel
Oh yeah, he
Bilson.
had his own room because Rona knocked on the door.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. And then something crazy happened. Xander chloroformed Dawn. I was like, what the hell is going on here? Is Xander the bad guy? Did we like infect his eye with a virus to like turn bad where he's evil now? But no, that was like Buffy's doing. She said, hey, get Dawn out of here. So
I
I,
actually love that storyline. Like I didn't remember where it goes. Like when Xander chloroformed Dawn, I was like, yeah, but Dawn's around in the last episode. What the fuck happens? And then when she just like fucking tases
she just like ran off.
Xander
Is that what
and
happened?
then does a Yui, comes back,
Oh,
and
she,
then
yeah,
at the
right.
beginning of the next episode, she just like kicks Buffy in the shin. And that's all they interact about.
Well, she said I like her lot. Her final thing. She's like, don't. don't say goodbye to me, or anything you say to me is gonna feel like a goodbye, is what she
Yeah.
says, and then she like goes off to fight. And I feel like Dawn has the final line of the season series, doesn't she? Like, Buffy, what are we gonna
Yes,
do?
she does.
And then I love the ending. How Buffy doesn't say anything. All right, Raw. Another Faith thing. I'm not guys come in. They don't last long, except Wood. That boy's got stamina. Joke there. I like this where Buffy and they're like, thank God we're hot chicks with superpowers. That was
Yeah,
funny.
really takes the edge off.
Spike, honey, you're home. When Spike said that was good. And then he tells Buffy, the best night of my life was that night, the other night, us sleeping together, like actually like cuddling, laying together.
Yeah,
And that
all I
was
did
great.
was hold you, watch you sleep. It's nice.
Spike, what a
Are you gonna
freaking
cry?
legend. No, no. Honestly, I was getting close. I was getting close. I love him so much. He's probably my favorite character. Do you have a favorite Buffy character?
uh, I've gone back and forth on this over the years. I'm not sure that I do. Like
Really?
I'm not sure I do have one.
Who's the top? Who do you jump between?
I guess like Faith, Spike,
Does Angel
Xander.
count? Like the
Yeah, I
show?
guess. No, no. Oz, Buffy.
Come on, get out of here. If Angel counted, you'd say Wesley.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. If Angel counted, I wouldn't say Cordelia, but she's probably my favorite on Angel or Angel himself.
Cordelia probably counts. I mean, she was on the show for
But
3
I feel like
years.
she really shined for me on Angel. She got better and
Oh,
better.
okay. Got it.
Like she was kind of annoying on Buffy. That was her whole character, the preppy annoying girl. Uh, all right. Oh, Anya. Freaking makes me so sad. She said, "We're gonna do the Roy Scheider thing, where he put the bomb in the shark's mouth and blew it up. We're gonna try to do that move." And then Andrew's like, "You're the perfect woman. Oh my
Yeah.
God, Anya." And that's literally when she said that. I was like, "What the heck? Are you perfect?" And then he said that, and I was like, "Whoa." They wrote
Yeah.
that little
And she
interaction
says,
so
I've
perfectly.
I've often thought so.
Yeah, seriously.
I
Uh,
love that the whole hospital section of that episode is
is that
probably
them too?
yeah, the highlight of the episode for me.
Wow.
I love that speech from Anya. I think it connects a lot to the speech that she gives that you were nonplussed by in the body. And then
This
it
was
all
better. I liked this one more.
and then it ends with
Wheelchair fight.
wheelchair fight,
That's awesome.
which is delightful.
Yeah. Yeah, that was all great. That was one of the better parts. And I like this part too. We meet this old bitch. No, I just wanted to say that. I just thought that'd be funny to
Jesus
say. I'm
Christ.
sorry. Uh oh, she's a guardian, she says. That's what she says. She says that the Watchers watched the Slayers, but we watched the Watchers. We needed people to watch them. And but then she dies suddenly. Caleb shows up and freaking snaps her neck. So sorry to her. I thought she was a good actor though. I can't find her. Christine
Yeah,
Healy, the
she's not.
Guardian.
She hasn't had like a big career or anything.
But I was a fan.
Okay.
All right, so we kill her, and then a big fight breaks out, and then the greatest thing ever on Buffy happened. Angel came back. We knew he was coming back, but he came back. I was expecting maybe next episode, but no, here he is at the end. And then they just immediately go to kissing each other. I did not expect that.
Yeah, they just still have that relationship.
But yeah, that makes sense. And Spike, they are off to the side watching it happen. And then the first says,
That bitch.
that bitch. That's so good. Angel had a line when he showed up. He said, I was never much for preachers. What is that about?
I don't know. Well, he he hates religion. He used to kill nuns and shit.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I was like trying to put that together. Does that meant much? But I couldn't. But that's the end. That bitch
Nathan
is what it ends on.
Fillion uh gets to fight Angel, which I love
Not
because
really. He like breaks it up, and then Buffy goes back to fighting him.
I know, but I'm just
Because in that moment, I was prepared. Like, oh, we got Boreanaz versus Phillian. This is awesome. And then they didn't
yeah.
fight.
And Fillion had auditioned for Angel.
Yeah, I think you said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been as good.
All right.
You think?
I think he could have done it,
Could have done it.
but yeah, no, Borean is Angel. It's hard to imagine anybody else doing it.
Who's the MVP? I go Buffy. I'm going Buffy both these last episodes.
Uh maybe I want to go Anya this one.
That'd be good.
Okay.
She only really had
LVP?
the one scene, but
Yeah, it's my favorite scene in the episode.
I don't know who the LVP is.
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't. What? It's when.
We're finishing up. I don't feel like
I'm
being
going
negative.
that LVP is that story about Miss Kitty Fantastico dying.
Jeez.
That's awful.
Yeah, you don't like picturing a cat
Who does?
deceased by crossbow?
Who heard that and was like, "Ooh, hell yeah." You, I guess. All right. All right. Next episode is called Chosen.
Yeah. This is the series finale. All right.
I give
Final.
oh, so we got ranked that one, I guess, right?
Oh yeah.
What do we give it? Like a 4, whatever.
A 4, sure.
I went ahead and ranked it. I put it under lies my parents told me, ahead of empty places.
I like that. Where do I have
76.
where do I have empty places?
You have empty places at number 39, between Dirty Girls and Lies My Parents Told Me.
Okay. Dirty Girls and Lies My Parents Told Me. Okay. You could put this one like right there. Between Dirty Girls and Empty Places.
So it's going to be your new number 39, which was for many years the amount of days that the show Survivor would go on for. Do you know that? Used to be
Yeah, I did.
39 days long.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You would say
And
you're number 26, which is what they do now. Who
fucking
are you?
Christ. All right. I'm Daniel.
Oh, yeah. Mine's
Mm.
earshot. Anyway.